Okay, what's happening, people? Jono here from Fitness Education Online. Welcome to our channel if it's your first time on here. And it's actually a specific series. If you've landed on this video here, I've got a specific series which is all about social media marketing tips for fitness professionals. What I've done is I've gone and sought out the 10 best social media marketing professionals, specifically for fitness professionals in the world, and they're going to give you their top 3 tips in less than 10 minutes. Now, I'm going to shoot over and give them a bit of an introduction in a second. Just before I do that, let me tell you that we've also got another series, which is business tips in general. So this one here is all social media marketing. We've got another one, which is business based. Now, I've interviewed the same people on both of them because they're very closely related, obviously. So it's the same introduction for both. So if you get to the introduction, you're like, well, hold on, haven't I heard this exact same introduction before? Yes, it has. I've just used the same introduction. You could call it, I don't know whether it's lazy on my behalf or it's just smart or time efficient on my behalf. I like to call it smart and time efficient. You can call it what you want. But anyway, let me introduce this week's guest. What's happening, people? Jono here from Fitness Education Online. Super excited to get into this week's episode of how to get clients for your personal training business. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. But essentially what I do is every week I interview a different fitness business expert and they give their best tips on how to grow your fitness business. Got an absolute legend this week here, especially in the online space. And we all know what it's like in the how to get clients online personal training world, right? Every week there's a new expert popping up, but this person's been in the space longer than anyone I know. He's an absolute OG in the area. So without further ado, let me introduce the one and only Mr. AJ Mirhzad.
Sales tip number 1, super simple. You have to have a pre-call ritual. Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, he has a great program. It's called Straight Line Selling, where he shares his multi-million-dollar sales secrets. Like him or not, whether you think it's ethical or unethical, he's a pretty damn good salesman. You know, he says right before the call, you want to be 3 things: sharp as a tack, enthusiastic, and an authority. And one way to do that is to have a pre-call ritual. Right before you call your contact, you want to really visualize serving them and helping them. One thing I like to do is go on their social media, check out their last few posts, really look at their profile photo, look them in the eye and know I'm really going to help them, and just connect with them mentally before I connect with them verbally on the phone. And I find this makes a huge difference in the phone call and the connection and the rapport. And again, the moment they pick up the phone, I'm very sharp, I'm very enthusiastic and very authoritarian. So in that moment, we have a connection. So there's something, whoa, AJ, wow, where's this energy coming from? It makes a difference because I'm always prepared right before a call. You never, ever, ever want to take a call in a loud environment, or if you're driving or if you're distracted. You know, some people just get up and stop what they're doing and take the call. Even if I'm having back-to-back calls, I take 1 or 2 minutes to go on their social media, have a pre-call ritual, and perform on my best. Number 2, very good book, Oren Klaff, about controlling the frame. It's called Pitch Anything. And the person who controls the frame controls the sale. Now, what's the frame? It means the entire sales conversation. Right at the start, when you pick up the phone, you want to control it. And the best way to control the frame is to set the time and to set the questions. So, hey, Jono, it's great to chat with you. 2 things. I only have 45 minutes left for this call, so I want to be respectful of both of our times. And 2, I'm going to ask you some questions to see if or how I can help you. If I cannot help you, we'll end the call early and I'll give you my best guidance. If I can help you, we'll take the next steps. Is that okay? So immediately you're controlling the frame, you're setting the agenda, setting the time, and the person takes the call much more seriously. Now, if a person right off the bat starts, talking about themselves and goes in the storytelling mode, and if you don't stop them, they're going to control the phone call. And we've all been there. We have calls with someone where all of a sudden talking about their cat or their dog or their girlfriend, they're just yapping on. And if you don't stop them and say, hey, listen, please, we have to stay on task. I found so many people respect me further when I stop them. So please slow it down, bring them back on track, and control the entire conversation. Another great question to control the frame is after you have some rapport in the beginning, you set the tone, the time, and the agenda, you then say to them, why now and why me? This immediately cuts to the chase and makes a person tell you why they're calling you and why in this present moment they need your help. Okay. So I love cutting to the chase. Let's be honest. Let's be transparent. And that leads to my third and final tip about honesty and transparency. Now, we all know that we tend to buy from people that we trust. And one of the fastest ways to create trust is to be brutally honest during the sales process. Okay. Now, I found two powerful super tricks to work well with honesty and also really building trust. One is listening. Okay. So a lot of people that do sales fail because they talk way too much. They're talking about themselves or their program, they're yapping on, but I probably talk about 30 to 40% of the phone call. I let them talk 60 to 70%. I let them talk, I let them open up, just vent all they want. And the power of silence goes a long way. So again, in the beginning, you're setting the tone, setting the agenda. You're saying, I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to, ask me some questions. We're going to go back and forth. But while they're asking you questions, you let them know to please be honest. Jono, I really want to help you. Please be as honest as possible. Just tell me like how it is. Don't sugarcoat it. Just tell me the worst. Tell me all the pain you're in, all the challenges. And the more honest you are, the better I can help you. Wow. Okay. Thank you. I didn't know I could do that. And while they're talking, oftentimes there's a little trick that I do. I put my phone on mute. So it's dead, eerie silence. Whenever they talk, put your phone on mute. When it's on silence, they sometimes open up even more, but it allows them to have this space where they don't get distracted. You may not realize this, but when your phone is unmuted, there's background noise, there's static, there's wind, and it distracts them a slight bit. When it's pitch silence, they're fully present and opening up their hearts at the highest level. And at the same time, oftentimes I stay silent for longer than what most people do. What I mean by that is a person is ending a sentence, and instead of jumping right in, I hold that mute button for 4 to 5 excruciatingly long seconds. It might feel like awkward silence, but the person, they go even further and go even deeper. And your main goal is to peel away layer after layer after layer. So the mute button is your best friend. I guarantee you, it might feel awkward at first, like, oh my gosh, just say something. Just stay silent, press mute, and let them really open up. The more that they talk, the more they open up about the real problem, the more they realize you're the person to take them to the promised land.
Okay, thank you, AJ. So everyone watching this, if you like the video, just hit the like button and leave us a comment below. It really helps with our YouTube channel and helps grow it. What I would love to do is invite you into our closed Facebook group. At Fitness Education Online, we have the largest Facebook group in the world for fitness professionals. There's like 14,000 of us in there. We all share tips and ideas. I'd love to invite you in there. The link's down below in the description. And if you want to hear more about AJ, where do we go to hear more about you?
Yes, I would love to connect with you. First and foremost, the best place is my website, Online SuperCoach.com. On there, you'll have all of my books, my events, my podcasts, my webinars, and various free courses and certifications I've created over the past decade for the fitness community. Now, one of the best ways for you to even get started is I have a free trial that'll allow you to grow your business, to attract your ideal online clients, sell your services at a high level, and most importantly, how to serve through a virtual infrastructure. It'll teach you how to take your in-person superpowers and scale an online process with it. If you go on my website, you'll see a portion that says free trial, and it's actually a free process that will give you all the tools and an entire course on to build your business and really everything you need, all the tools, templates, and systems. And of course, coaching. We have a coach that works with you one-on-one to build everything out step by step. And if you find my weird name on Google, you'll find my social media. My name is AJ Mirhzad, AJ Mihrzad. If you type it on Google, you'll find my Facebook, Instagram. Those are the main two that I use. And if you add me, I'll add you back. Send me a message. Say you listen to me on this video podcast, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. I'm an open book. I love chatting. I love supporting and helping, and I'm very accessible. So add me on there. Send me a message. I'll follow you back, and we'll connect.
So that's it for today's episode. I would love to invite you into the Fitness Education Online community Facebook group if you're not in there already. It's a free Facebook group. There's thousands of trainers in there. We all share tips and ideas. Everyone's super supportive. And that's really what we do at Fitness Education Online. So I'll see you in there.